Currently, 140 days of global silver production is sold short on the COMEX. And you're going to tell us that the price of silver isn't manipulated, isn't affected by the COMEX, by the LBMA? Let's take a look at this new data and some previous data to see if maybe, just maybe, we think that the price of silver is manipulated. If the price of silver is manipulated, you might want to get your hands on some before free market sources make the price go higher. Look, I don't have a crystal ball. Don't make any financial decisions based on what I'm saying, but check out channel sponsor Pembex if you are looking for some silver, gold, or platinum. I found they check all the boxes. Great prices, great selection, great service, and a company I can trust. So my friend, Silver Hermit YouTube, put out some great information indicating that for silver right now, we have the equivalent of 140 days of global silver production sold short on the COMEX. Now, when somebody sells something short, that means exactly that. They sell it. It provides downward pressure on the price of the metal. That came from the Commitment of Traders report. And it's not just silver, because when we look at gold, there's 70 days of equivalent production sold short. And platinum is at 100 days. But we're talking about silver and this long history of accusations that the price of silver is manipulated at the COMEX. Did you ever happen to notice that every day the silver price, right around 10 a.m., it's super common for it to get smashed down? Well, our friend the Silver Hermit, he did notice that, and he actually put together this chart, which I took the liberty to rename the Unicorn Fart Dust Silver chart, because that's all it is at the COMEX, right? Electronic paper, what we jokingly refer to as make-believe Unicorn Fart Dust Silver. But look at this trend of days where at 10 a.m., boom, 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 the price of silver coincidentally seems to get slammed down. Does that indicate to us that maybe, just possibly, somebody's manipulating the price of silver at the COMEX? In this chart here, it doesn't show us anything. This is from Friday, February 2nd. The part you see in pink, that represents 1 hour of trading of silver on the COMEX. The big down pink line where silver dropped during that hour, almost 4%, that represents just 15 minutes, the big long pink line. And guess how many ounces of silver were traded electronically, paper, Unicorn Fart Dust Silver, as we like to refer to it, during that 1 15-minute period, almost 12,000 contracts, which equals almost 60 million ounces of silver. Big deal, right? Well, consider this. 60 million ounces of silver being traded in 15 minutes. That's equal to like 6 or 7 or possibly 8% of the world's entire production of silver for a year. But the price of silver is not manipulated. No, not at all. Let's take a moment to thank our channel sponsors, First Mining Gold and Fortuna Silver Mines. Fortuna is a producing company with 5 mines throughout the world. They produce silver, but now they produce a lot more gold as well. You can check them out at fortunasilver.com. First Mining Gold is a development exploration company. They have 2 5 million ounces deposits in Canada, Springpole in Ontario, and Du Parquet in Quebec, and they have a handful of other smaller projects. Altogether, they have like 13 million ounces of gold in the ground in Canada. Now, is there any more proof that the price of silver is manipulated? Well, we do know that last year, a couple precious metals traders from JP Morgan Chase, they happened to get convicted of manipulating the metals markets. Now, that, has to be, right, the tip of the iceberg. That's maybe 1% of what's going on. And JP Morgan's been fined billions of dollars over the years for manipulating the markets. But to them, that's okay because they profit much more than what the level of the fines equals. And could, just possibly, our government be complicit with the COMEX in the manipulation of the metals prices? We know, according to our friend, the Silver Hermit, that back in the 60s, when they were developing these futures markets, according to what we've learned from WikiLeaks, the government was encouraging and wanting to see much more volatility in the precious metals markets. Because remember, that was right around the time when the U.S. was taking silver out of the coinage and taking the country off the gold standard. Hey, look, who knows for sure? But to me, when I look at the trees, the forest definitely shows me that we have manipulation of the silver market, manipulation of the gold market, and likely the platinum market as well. That's for you to decide for yourself. But I'm glad you decided to join me here in the basement. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'll put out new interesting content every single day on the precious metals market. We want you to be here. We want to hear from you. Please leave a comment. Please come back, and we'll look forward to seeing you, yes, you, soon.